next video has been recommended many, many times. It was recommended shortly after I did my first Steve Hughes video, I believe, and I have had it on my to-watch list freaking forever, like so many other things, you guys. So I decided that tonight was time to check it out. It's the bit where it says Steve Hughes talks about gays. I have no idea where he's going with this. I have liked his comedy so far, but I think I've only seen 2 of his things. There's not a whole lot of his stuff, I think, on YouTube, unless I just haven't been looking in the right places or whatever. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and jump right into this. So let's see. Sorry. I've got my rats in my lap and they're having a little squabble. All right. That's enough. Okay, let's get into this.
Closing act this evening. He is the closing act of the series. We know you're going to love him. He's not talking about the news. He's just going to make you laugh. Would you please put your hands together and welcome Mr. Steve Hughes?
All right. You just witnessed the beginning of the apocalypse. Thank you, sir. I'm actually originally from Australia, and it's good to be up. Been here about 10 years, and been here for the summer. The summer has been fucking brilliant this year. Here in London, 2 weeks of fucking sun, and I'm not being patronising. It's fucking excellent, and no, it is, because actually you have a better summer than Australia, because it's actually bearable. You know, in fucking Australia, it's hot as fucking shit. You understand? For months at a time, and then Europeans go, "How come the Aboriginals didn't build anything?" Because it's hot as fucking shit. You understand?
So, okay, for my Aussie friends on YouTube, how hot is it really? I mean, I know some Australians on Facebook. I've got some Aussie friends on Facebook, and I have always felt like, when he just, it tickles. I've always felt like it would be a really cool place to live because it's warm, and I like warm. I don't like cold. I don't like wintertime. I hate this time of year, you guys, especially when we change the time. I cannot stand it. It's the worst time of the year for me. But is it a dry hot or a humid hot? A humid hot is completely miserable. A dry hot is bearable because it's not heavy on the lungs. So anyway, I would imagine it would be a dry hot, but I don't know. Okay, let's continue.
Do you want to build a castle? Fuck that. I'm going to the beach. What are you fucking talking about? I used to live in Manchester, which I like a lot. I don't know if anyone's from North up here. And it's cool up there. I like it. Sorry, darling. Birmingham. Well, it's Midlands. We're talking fucking North, mate. Manchester.
Of course, I'm kind of clueless.
And I lived in the right in the city there, and
just heard
right in the Canal Street, and which is the gay part of Manchester. It's a very openly gay scene up in Manchester. It's very cool. But this fella, it's quite a strange thing. This fella in Manchester, he came up to me one day and he goes, "You know, if you wear an earring in your right ear," which I do, he said, "in England that means you're gay."
Okay. So I have heard this. I think I heard it like a long time ago, back when I was in high school, you guys, long time ago. That depending on where you wear your earring, that means whether you're gay or straight. And then I heard later that was just complete bull. There's no, and then if you wear it in both, you're bi or maybe you're not. I have no clue. This is just stuff I heard in passing. I never really put too much thought to it because, for one thing, I can't remember which ear was supposed to be which. I don't remember if it was right or left as far as what designated your sexual preference or whatever. But I don't know. If someone says to him, I don't know, maybe whoever said this to him had the same limited amount of knowledge that I did as far as that particular sort of thing. I admit to being clueless. about that. Okay, so let me see. To go back, someone was telling me, well, several people were telling me today the different keyboard shortcuts for if I want to go back a little bit. And I'm afraid that I might not have remembered them, you guys. So I'm going to hit a key and we'll see if it's right. And if it's not, I'll have to edit out if I've ended up skipping backwards to the wrong video. Let's see. Oh, it worked.
Which I do.
Okay.
He said in England that means you're gay. It's fucking weird. It does. Well, it's weird, mate. See, in Australia, it's when you got your cock in another man's ass. Fucking oath there. You got a lot of catching up to do. And I'll admit I've got some homophobic friends. No, none of us are supposed to be like that anymore because of the age of political correctness, which is actually intellectual colonialism and psychological fascism for the creation of thought crime. But
Wait. He said that so fast I had trouble following him. I agree with him on, he said, I heard him throw out thought crime. I think I agree with whatever he was meaning by that. Let me see. I'm going to jump back a little bit, you guys. Oh, this is cool. I'm glad I know these keyboard shortcuts now. Thank you very much. Okay, he said that so fast, you guys. I was trying to, I think I knew where he was going with it, but I might be wrong. Let's see.
Catching up to do.
All right.
And I'll admit I've got some homophobic friends. No, none of us are supposed to be like that anymore because of the age of political correctness, which is actually intellectual colonialism and psychological fascism for the creation of thought crime. But
yes, okay. I get it. I do agree with his statement on thought crime and intellectual, did he call it intellectual fascism? I agree with that. I'm very much against the whole, okay, so we have things like hate crime, right, on the books and everything. And I have never felt good about that because to me, it gets into the area of legislating thought, which is highly dangerous to me. As someone who's quite cynical of government and government intrusion, I do not agree with hate crimes legislation. Prosecute the offense, the actual physical offense that happened. And yes, people could say, well, you're delving into thought when you get into, stop chewing my desk. They'll say, well, you're getting into thought when you when you decide whether to prosecute first degree or second degree, but that's not exactly the same thing. First degree just means whether it's premeditated or not. Second degree is whether something happened in the heat of the moment, you weren't really planning to do it. That's different because premeditated, it's not about so much about thought as it is about the fact that this was something that you planned out, very cold-blooded. It's like a very cold-blooded way. It wasn't just something that happened just by accident or just because you got angry. You meant to do it. You schemed and planned for how you were going to do it. It really is quite different than, well, you did this to this person because you didn't like that they were whatever. Whether they had a particular skin color or whether they were a particular gender or whether they had a particular sexual orientation or whatever. So I feel like going into that area gets really, really tricky, you guys, because who knows what's going to happen years down the road when the people in power, influenced very largely by nowadays the mob, when they decide that a particular thought is considered worthy of prosecution. And it's just, it could be a thought that is completely, is considered completely benign right now, but maybe later it's not. And then you could get into, you know what I mean? It's tricky territory and I just don't agree with it. I don't go there. I feel like I agree with a lot of the things that he thinks as far as stuff like that goes. Okay, I'm going to go back again. All right, here we go.
This was actually intellectual colonialism and psychological fascism for the creation of thought crime. But
psychological fascism.
I've got some homophobic friends, and they're very funny, and a lot of people go, what, they're homophobic? Well, they shouldn't be. Well, they are. Well, they should stop it. Well, they're not.
You shouldn't be friends with them.
Well, they should. Well, you go and tell them. I mean, they're not mental cases, my mates. They don't hit gay men. They're not waiting in the woods with a crossbow. They're not fucking insane, right? They just don't like it, and that's the fucking deal. And they're very funny, mate. One of my mates especially, he's my age and he still can't deal with it. He's tried, but I saw him about a month ago and he's still freaking out. I don't like him, mate. I don't like him. I'm going, who? He goes, the poofters, mate. The gays, mate. I don't like them.
Oh, that's what that means. That's right.
I said, why not, mate? He goes, I'll tell you why not. Because they're not real men. And they're not tough. They're not tough.
Depends. I mean,
they fuck men. That's hardly gay. What a straight men want. Ooh, I want a woman. Soft and feminine. What do you want, Dave? I want to fuck a bloke.
Well, that's one way to look at it, right?
I want a big, strong bloke to fuck me in the ass. Is that a bit tough for you and your pussy-loving mates? Is it? Fuck you, because we want cock, son. Cock! Yeah, you go and play with your girly tits, you fucking gaylord. Go on. Straight! It's the new gay. Oh, which it is. I know it is. We live in the corporate age where everyone, no men are left. I've seen young straight fellas wandering around these days. You've seen them. You know them, don't you? The ones with their little pre-ripped jeans and their Tony and Guy haircuts. They're thinking they understand women because they bought a belt. Have you seen them? You know who I'm talking about, don't you? Women know who I'm talking about. They come up to them all the time. Hi, how are you there? I just want to say, fuck it. Pull your trousers up, you stupid prick. Now.
I don't get that fad or whatever the heck it is. I don't get it. The thing with the pants like hanging down. What it's no. It's just that's not a fashion. That's not a fashion choice that makes any sense to me at all. Okay.
Stupid prick. Now. Thank you. It's not just me developing hate in the street. You'll suck and see your underwear, you fuckwit. I mean, I don't hate them, really. I don't hate them. They're just fucking guys, and they've been stripped of their testicles because of the corporate entity. And I see them in the gym, the poor little bastards. I do feel sorry for them because they're in there, you know, and they're working out, but then they're in the dressing rooms, and it takes them months to get out of there because they're all gelled up and shaved up and moisturised. Which is a good thing, maybe, because, you know, if I was going to fuck a guy, that's how I'd want him. So... You know, some fat, hairy mutant hanging over you. Football! You don't want that. You want some crisp, minty chap, don't you? Smooth and tight like a lozenge. Have a brilliant night. Thank you.
Okay, it's done. That's really short. A lot of his stuff has been short. I need some more Steve Hughes, you guys. Some more recommendations. I mean, I guess I could go searching myself and on YouTube or whatever. I mean, that's about the only place I look for things like this. But yeah, he's fun. I mean, I feel like I've already added a lot. Well, I have added a lot of my commentary already, and I'm drawing a blank right now. There was something that flashed through my brain when he was talking right before the end, and I can't remember what it was. Oh, the thing that he was saying about corporate something that has, I'm totally paraphrasing, but something about that these young men aren't men because they've been stripped of their masculinity by corporate something or other. This is a complete, I know I'm not remembering it correctly. I'm not sure what he means by that. Color me a little clueless. Oh shoot, Dora forgot to take her water away. There she goes. Okay, sorry. Just to explain, I talk to myself as these distractions happen around me. I remove Dora's water at a certain time of night because so that she doesn't have to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night because she's older and sometimes it's harder for her to hold her urine. So, oh yeah, I'm quite late removing it. Oh well, whatever. It'll be okay. I'll just take her to the bathroom later. Oh yeah, what I was saying is I'm not quite sure what he meant by that. Can someone fill me in? I don't. Maybe I'm just not firing on all cylinders right now, but I was a little bit lost as to what he meant. He talks really fast, and his brain is just working a mile a minute. But I really appreciate his commentary on stuff in general. And he seems like a really cool guy, and I certainly would like to watch more of his stuff. This was the only other thing I think of his that I had left in my to watch list. So I need to find some more material of his. He's familiar to me now. I already know that I like his comedy. I like several people. I mean, I generally like everybody. There's been maybe one or two that I haven't really meshed with very well. But for the most part, I have enjoyed everything that I've liked. It's just I have preferences, There's people that are my favorites. And he's kind of on up there. I have put off watching this one because, like I said, there's not a lot of material. And I don't want to just run through everything I have of somebody that I like, that I really like. I am spreading it out, like I have said multiple times before. That's what I'm doing with Bill Burr. I'm not blowing through all his stuff because I don't want to gobble it all up. And then I have no more Bill Burr that I can, watch. So anyway, okay, well, I don't think I have anything else left in me right now. So I'm going to move on to something else. I don't know if I'm going to move on to another routine or if I'm going to start watching Event Horizon or Lethal Weapon episode 2 of season 1 because The Claim was finally released today. So, well, by the time this gets up, you guys will already know that, but The Claim was released. So that kind of makes me feel like it's okay to proceed with watching it. I was going to move on to Banshee. Because I wasn't seeing any Lethal Weapon reactions at all. So I was like, okay, well, this company is just really, really hardline. They absolutely do not tolerate it at all. So I had seen some Banshee reactions. So I was going to move on to that because I know, Banshee was runner up and I do plan to watch it. But since this was allowed, this particular episode, I will proceed with the next one. And I'm looking forward to that whenever I get around to it. But I don't want to wait too long. I want to be fairly regular as far as that goes. So I don't know what I'm going to do right now. I'll make up my mind. Well, one thing I'm going to do is get up and remove Dora's water so she doesn't drink anymore. I mean, yeah, late. Okay, you guys. Later.